All right, cheers and salutations. Welcome one and all to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that ring bell notification. That way, all of you beautiful people are made aware when we upload new content upon our, you guessed it, YouTube channel. And today, we got ourselves a video from Grand Thumb. That's right, Grand Thumb. The UNSC just adopted a new battle rifle, the BR55. So Grand Thumb does great work. So folks, for all the videos we check out here for Chicago Reacts, please support the original content creator. It's the right thing to do. It's the one thing to do. And I expect all you beautiful, lovely, outstanding people to support the original content creator. So please do that. For me, as a favor, I would greatly appreciate it. So that link is in the description box below. So do yourselves a favor, grab yourself that tasty snack and that tasty beverage, and let's enjoy this video in a 3. Hold on. A 2. And an uno and out. Ooh, interesting.
Get to the trash! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go! Hey, we got one down! Sergeant's gonna slip him, cunt.
No!
Hey, we need to get out of here right now.
No. Huh. Hey, Grand Thumb, that was pretty awesome production values right there, man. Liked it. Liked it a lot. 1,300 hours earlier. 13. Oh, Halo. I remember that franchise used to have dignity. Just like Star Wars, Star Trek. Oh, this one's gonna hurt. Like Warhammer 40K. Curse you, Black Rock and Vanguard. Damn you to hell. Oh, awesome. Pretty awesome.
This is Carly Fries. I'm here at the ODST training facility on Reach, and I'm going to discuss the new weapon system. Lieutenant, would you mind telling me a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Lieutenant Jones, UNSC, ODST Detachment 7. We're one of the Reiki teams. BR55, Charlie, you have a lot of experience with it.
Yep. See, we used to use these caseless SMGs here. Man, they're really great. We used to just shoot these grunts with them, but you know, you keep dumping into them, and they just say, "Stop shooting me," you know. And it's
yeah, you know, I really don't like how they speak English. I had to go to the UNSC site because I don't know. I'm on SSRIs now.
yeah. Hopefully you can get a rating here soon.
But the BR
Yeah. Hey, look, those aliens, the way they talk.
55 is a 9mm Kurz round. 800 meter range, and we'll go ahead and head out to the range to it. We've had a lot of time on it so far. It's going to end up replacing the assault rifle, and we'll likely augment it with our caseless SMGs, although they're a lot quieter. But we'll get more into it, but I say we go ahead and we load this thing up and we get going.
Wonderful. Let's do that.
We have the BR55 right here. We're going to have a sergeant who's going to go ahead and demonstrate it for you. Compared to the caseless SMG, a lot louder, ejects brass, and then you have a 9mm projectile. About a range of 800 meters, but we found in practice closer to 600. Would you agree with that?
It's about
Good.
right.
There's some problems with barrel and twist rate and the specifically the contour. We're talking to the UNSC about that right now, but if you do get your hands on this, wherever you may be, just understand that the range is a little bit more limited from what the UNSC is telling you. Go ahead and take it away.
Or not.
Go.
Clear.
Awesome. So
Kick
now we've done a
ass.
little bit
Awesome.
of shooting for you. You've seen a lot of shooting. We're gonna go ahead and sit down with this, talk to you about our practical experiences with it, and explain what's good about it, what's bad about it.
If he stays in character the whole time, 10 out of 10, best fucking video ever.
John's here talking about the BR55. This is going to be a practical use. We've had a lot of time on this weapon with our ODST battalion and with the Recce squad. You're going to start seeing these filter down quite a bit. For those of you who have a lot of time on the MA series, whichever one it might be, you might be pretty reliant on either your eyepiece for targeting, or if you're newer, the Neuralink targeting systems. We would highly recommend against that. I hate to start it this way, and I know there's some controversy about talking about this, but there's a lot of electronic and Neuralink warfare going on. There's a lot of disruption systems that are in place. We highly recommend moving away from that. So to start off with, we actually have removed most of that circuitry that has Neuralink technology and that Neuralink link with the eyepiece removed. Highly recommended. If you haven't run into Covenant before, it can really mess up your battle tempo and your battle rhythm. Move away from it as a whole. Because of that, you'll notice that we've mounted an optic. I think that's the oddest thing that everybody sees when they see the BR55. They ask, why is there an optic on it? The reason for that is we've gone to a more passive style of electronic warfare. This is a much harder targeting system to jam, and because of that, we tend to stick with this. So, it's what we're going to recommend, but depending on your sphere of warfare, it might change a little bit. This is the 2X, or a bunch of different optic models that you can put on there.
Fucking awesome. He's actually staying in character. This is some good shit. Hey, Grand Thumb. 10 out of 10. I'm giving you 2 thumbs up. I better see some thumbs up emojis in the comment section below. Hashtag life-changing video. 2 thumbs up.
Charles, which one do you mostly use?
Same one.
2X is where it's at. This is what we typically recommend. It's just enough magnification to get you to the ranges you need to get to. Again, we say 600 meters in practice. This is what we generally recommend. Lots of different mounting solutions for you out there. Battery life depends. We're between, from our simulations, between 5 to 10 years, depending on where you got your battery from or what century it's made from. That's what we're going to recommend. We're going to move up to the barrel now. There's a lot of problems here, but we're going to start with the good. The best thing about it is going to be the flash hider. There was a lot of talk amongst ourselves when we were moving over to this rifle, mostly because the caseless SMGs are so lightweight, and more importantly, there is no flash signature, and the sound signature is quite low. With the sound detection systems currently in place with the Covenant, we haven't found that sound signature is really making much of a difference, even with our suppressors, even running subsonic or ablative ammo. So what matters much more has been flash signature. If you'll notice that the BR55 has approximately a 3-inch prong suppressor. A couple issues there, a couple good things. First thing that's good about it is that there is 0 flash. However, when you first get these, when you pull these out of the packaging, you're going to notice there's going to be a lot of ring to them. You probably notice it on this one right here. We just pull this one out of the packaging. As the carbon begins to coat those tines, you're going to have that go away. It's going to be less of an issue. That's just something that's more going to be at your ear than something that's going to actually disrupt anything as far as being spotted or being picked up by any type of other Covenant weaponry or detection systems or anything along those lines. Moving down to the...
Hey, folks. So, all right. I apologize earlier on when I said Halo, rest in peace. But obviously, Halo has seen some better days behind it. But to the remnants of the fans out there that, still hold Halo in a special place, the lore with the Covenant, obviously they did Invaders. I know that because I remember that infamous Halo diorama commercial. Who remembers that commercial? Boy, that was Oh man, that commercial still is close to my heart. That was a good commercial. Um, but seriously, how well was the Covenant at least versed in our tactics, folks? Type in the comment section below. What did the Covenant know about humanity and our tactics and how we fought?
The handguard, this is actually housing most of your Neuralink software. We removed it, so we actually shaved a solid 1.5 pounds off this gun, bringing it down to about between the high 7s and the low 8s. That's what we're going to recommend. It also tends to make the gun a little front heavy. So by removing that circuitry, you actually lighten up the gun and the balance is much improved on it. So that is something that we're going to recommend on our end. Going up here, you do see we have vents as far as keeping the weapon cool. So with the MA series of assault rifles, they really didn't get that hot when you're firing them. And that's due to the kind of the lower pressure ammunition, just the way the barrel is designed. With these, the 9x5x40 is a extremely high pressure round. And it might be a little odd because it's a little bit smaller and shorter, but fatter than the typical round used by the MA series. And the reason for that is they actually use a different type of propellant that, as far as I know, is still classified as far as what the makeup of it is. Suffice to say, the pressures are extremely high in this weapon. We found that the heat has risen on this quite a bit more than you'd see from an assault rifle. What that means is that you have a couple different fire modes. We stick to semi-auto. You don't want to overheat this gun too much, mostly for signature detection, because as you know, there are a lot of thermal imaging software that's being used by Covenant right now. So just make sure you're being careful out there. We have our optic rail.
It's pretty badass that he's, breaking down the weapons pros and cons and still keeping it in the universe of Halo. Well done, sir. Grand thumb, well done.
Going up to here, where we talked a little bit about that. Depending on which optic you have integrated, you have a couple different controls that you can run for a lot of the variables. You have your switches to bring it from short power to far power, or from passive aiming over to thermal. Again, just stick to the passive aiming. We don't recommend using the thermal for those electronic warfare problems. At the back, we do have a display screen that will give you your round count. It's pretty good. It's pretty reliable, in our opinion. There have been issues with the way the magazines are wired up to that display, where you can run into some problems where it's not going to properly read. In practice,
That's not good.
haven't been running the display on, and the reason for that is just more light. That's something we're trying to get rid of as much as possible. A lot of the armor suits, a lot of the current technologies that we're running have lights. We've been trying to kill those as much as possible. So that starts with our display screen. That's something I'm going to recommend. You can run it on if you really want to, but other than that, pop that mag out, take a look at your magazine, see how many you got in there.
Yeah, simple.
Moving back,
Count your rounds. That's all you got to do. Count your rounds.
we do have a charging handle right here. So in practice, when we are reloading, we're going to insert the magazine, and then that charging handle is going to be pulled back. Compared to some weapons that you might have had time on before, there's no bolt hold open on this guy, and the reason for that is they don't want any type of grit, grime, dirt, Covenant blood, whatever, getting in here when you're operating it. So that's why you don't have that bolt hold open. So as soon as you get that mag in, you're just going to run that charging handle every time, and it's pretty smooth. You can see right here, you can see the entire op rod right there moving. It's pretty robust, well coated. We haven't had any corrosion issues, and it's gone close to about 60,000 rounds so far without any issues. So it's something we're going to recommend. No upgrades on UNSC side. Going over controls, probably one of the worst design controls I've ever seen on any rifle. We have a safety right here. We actually haven't even been running that at all because it is so small that in practice and stiff that it's extremely hard to actuate on the fly. So if we have to have this in a position where it's ready to fire, we typically are running mag in with the chamber empty, and if we have to, we're just racking that charging handle and going into combat at that point, rather than having that round in the chamber with the safety on, or just running cowboy style, old style, and have that round in the chamber just ready to go. Grip is awesome. If you got some
That doesn't sound too good to me.
really beefy hands, you might have some issues kind of getting your hand in there. Otherwise, great. Now the trigger is really incredible. Okay, feeling the trigger right there. We got about a millimeter maybe of play. We hit our wall. We have maybe a 2-pound let off from the reset. Maybe maybe 3.
That's pretty badass.
The reset. Maybe a 3 from the reset. Made off from the reset. Made off from the reset. Maybe a 3 millimeters forward, and that's about a
I know, I rewinded it. I love the clicking.
half pound. For a marksman's rifle, this is incredible. Hey Charles, come on in here. What's the longest shot you made with this guy?
I've hit 900 meters.
How?
With this guy? Well, one, I use the optic, and two, I just hate Covenant.
As you should. I mean, look, the only good covenant's a dead covenant.
You got it. Our cheek piece is a molded composite polymer. It's pretty soft. You put your face up against it. I like it quite a bit. It's a really good cheek weld. If you're not familiar with that, it's putting your cheek at the correct height to look through the optic, and it's perfect for us. So you don't need any type of riser or nothing like that when it comes to this rifle. Buttstock is not adjustable, so this is something we've all run into. You might run into some problems with your armor. You're gonna have to work around it, get used to it. The magazines are definitely an issue. So the problem is this little lip right here, they want to get caught up. So you have to make sure that you apply forward pressure to make sure that it doesn't get caught on that little square right there. So as you can see, this one's working pretty good, but it can get caught right there, and then you're not going to get that magazine seated. So make sure you give that kind of a forward push when you're loading. Make sure that's seated. Pull on it a little bit. Make sure it's fully seated before you start getting ready to go. And the magazine release is right here. That will pop it out.
Oh.
It's not going to drop free, so it's not a perfect system, but it's pretty good in my opinion. I will say for the size of the round, the 9.5 by 40, that we have an extremely powerful cartridge. It's been performing extremely well. I think with some heavier barrel upgrades, maybe change up the twist rate to being a little bit slower, we're gonna have an excellent weapon system overall, but I like where this is going. In our experience, it's about a 1 to 2 shots through grunt and a split lip. If you can get within shield range, yeah, as long as you put one through his dome, he's down.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the amount of power that this brings to us. I've been pretty openly critical of the assault rifle in the past, and I'm happy with the changes that have been made within the UNSC to bring the BR55 to the fleet. So as this comes out,
As you should.
you guys check it out, try it out, let us know what you think, and it's always good having Carly out here.
Hey, sir, we got a Covenant headed our way.
Something we can't handle. Okay guys, we always try to bring you a fun video on April Fools. We're roughly on April Fools, so let's talk a little bit about it. This has been a project we've been working on for about, what, 3 years now, Charles?
900 meters.
So we have to give a big shout out to the guy who designed this rifle. He's an engineer, and he literally made a working BR55 battle rifle. It's chambered in 5.56.
Dude.
The operating mechanism, all that stuff. If you go to his channel, he talks a lot about the manufacturing process. I'm not gonna steal his thunder when it comes to that, but it is actually seriously cool. Micah, how cool is it?
The coolest Halo April Fool's prop we've ever had. How good it shoots is actually
Oh, that's pretty incredible. That's April Fool's. Well done.
incredible.
It's actually super.
Making actually better guns than some manufacturers.
It's like this engineer out here making a better gun than real gun manufacturers. It's all custom. Cost this guy like $60,000 to make. And on top of that, the magazines are obviously 10 round 5.56 magazines, but they have a little chip in them, so it actually reads the pressure from the magazine, Bluetooths it up to the computer screen right here, and the computer screen gives you a readout of how many rounds you actually have. Now, it fudges it to 36 like in the video game, so it goes down by 6 every shot, but I thought it was really cool.
I did too.
He went dummy hard on this thing. Trigger is super nice. I can't say enough good things about this. He spent a dummy amount of money. We have like the coolest prop gun ever, and we're just a stupid little YouTube channel.
Dude, that's pretty awesome. Okay. Hey, Halo, I apologize for my earlier statement, but seriously, that TV show did you guys no justice. And who am I to talk after what's happening to Warhammer? I'm sorry. Forgive me. Now I know your pain.
So if you want to check him out, let me go ahead and pull his stuff up, have it on the screen. So it's going to be Brian, and his YouTube channel is B Squared Manufacturing. Yep. His name is Brian, B Squared Manufacturing. Please go check him out. Give him a follow and tell him thank you for lending us this rifle. It was super kind of him. He's been working on this for 3 years, and we can't thank him enough for letting us do this. And we'll be able to bring you something cool. Now for our costumes right here, come on in, Hastings. All right, boss, what do you want to tell everybody?
I'm Larry of Ultra Productions. You can find me on most socials under that name. I and my friend Daryl of All for 3D, we make these costumes. We built them all up from scratch, imported the models from the Reach game, turned them into silicone molds, and cast most of them in rubber. We do sell them. They are a little expensive, so if it's a deterrent, I wouldn't recommend reaching out unless
How
you're
much can I
serious.
do for $100?
You couldn't.
You get this piece right here.
You can get a consolidation.
Okay.
I'll talk to you about it.
Perfect. We can't thank you enough, man, for bringing out the costumes and everything. Brian was going to come out here, but he's an actual engineer, so he has a lot of stuff to do. But all these people came together. Carly, come on in here. All right, get out for a second.
Yeah, get out.
Carly, what do you want to tell us about yourself?
I'm a gun bunny, and I don't know anything about guns, really.
That's not true. You worked at for tons of gun. She actually designed all of our logos for Onward Research.
Yeah, I did.
Close friend of my wife, and yeah, thank you for coming out and being
Thanks for having me.
But not Mike. Only his wife.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's true.
Awesome.
That's very true. And then of course we have Charles here.
Hey, Charles. There you go. Keep on doing the stuff.
Thanks for showing up, dude.
Yeah, no problem. It was a rough couple days. I was dead for a while last night.
Yeah, that was a lot of filming.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles, go
Yeah.
grab the camera so Micah can hop in. Filmer
Slipped.
extraordinaire. What do you got to say about this project, dude?
I filmed and edited it in 24 hours.
That is actually
That's incredible. Well done, brother.
true.
So
We had a video releasing, and I was like, hey, can I get a video clip? And he sent me a clip of this instead. And I
Yeah,
was like,
all those-
actually, just keep doing
all
that.
those special effects, all the audio, everything was filmed the night of and edited the next morning. So
Wild work.
it was a lot of fun though.
What time? Let him know.
What time?
Yeah, what
I got
time in the
home at
morning?
like 1 a.m. I had it done by like noon the next day.
Awesome. Anyhow, guys, we try to bring you something fun every April Fool's. Hope you guys had a good time watching this one.
That's awesome.
We're gonna keep having fun. So stay tuned. More serious content coming in the future.
As it
and
should.
Dad advice for you: it's okay to have fun.
It is. Look. Who am I to tell another content creator what to do? So I will give a suggestion. Just a suggestion. Grant Thumb could say, screw you. But it's just a suggestion. Grant Thumb, in the off chance you see this video, in the off chance you see this, I think for another April Fool's, you guys should set yourself in the universe of Aliens. The sequel, not the first one, but the sequel where, the Marines, after all. Hold on. God damn it. Stupid thing. Anyways. Yeah, there we go. Marines. Right there. Anyways, set it up for that. For April Fools. That would be great. It was if somebody actually maybe made some of the weapons, or if there's a magical gunsmith out there, whoever you may be, guy or gal. After all, it's 2024, going on to 2025. Maybe. It should be set in the Aliens universe. And if you ever need an extra, I call dibs on being game over, man. It's game over. And especially if somebody could do the knife trick. I always like doing that reaction, like, ah! Anyways. This was a great video. Awesome April Fool's video. I didn't know that, so that caught me off guard. Great video, 10 out of 10. Please be sure to follow Grant Thumb on all their social media. Come on, you hip cool cats. It's the one thing to do. It's the right thing to do. And if you're not doing it, you're wrong. Okay? We here at Chicago Reacts encourage all of you to please support the original content creators. Wait, big brain idea. Grant Thumb, if you refuse to do the Aliens set universe, and whoever the gunsmith is, somebody, whoever you are, Helldivers 2. That would be great. After all, who doesn't want to fight for managed democracy? All right, take good care of yourselves. Drink water. Much love. Peace. And this was a great video.